I want to thank our viewers for encouraging me on the live blog to go and watch it inside. And it was a magical moment. I've never experienced anything like this in my life, and I probably won't again. So many people from so many different places in America gathered to see this speech, and what a speech it was. And they made a brilliant decision to hold it at Invesco Field, to have 70, 80,000 people in this stadium. Everybody, all the seats were filled. Then the field was filled. And then standing room only all around the stadium. Everybody waving flags. And everybody taking pictures. Light bulbs going off, on, off throughout the whole speech. Obama looked great in that light. They did a magical job with it. He looked golden. And today, and much more important than any of that, he laid out a case between the future and the past, and honestly, between good and evil. The people who want to make sure that the rich get richer, and the people who want to make sure that we all do better together. If you think that's an exaggeration, you haven't seen what's happened in this country in 8 years, and you don't understand the differences in philosophy between these two parties. They believe that the rich should have the most, and just a little trickle down to all of you. And today, Barack Obama gave a speech that was enormously populist. He said, you know what? No, we're not going to do it that way anymore. We're going to do it for all of us, and we're going to do it together. And you know what? It worked. The first part of his speech, the part where he emphasized that the most, was the best part of his speech. And it got everybody in the stadium, and as you see, like I said, literally, people from all across the country, all holding American flags, all waving it. At the same time, thinking, you know what? Maybe for once, our government can work for us. Maybe for once, we can all work together. White, black, Asian, Latino, it doesn't matter. Kansas, Hawaii, Alaska, Nebraska, New Jersey, it doesn't matter. And instead of the government always working for the rich and the powerful and the connected, we can dare to dream that actually work for us, the people who are supposed to own this government, as Barack Obama said. And as I'm watching the speech, I watched all the TV guys, the mainstream news guys, writing down their notes. And you know what a lot of them are going to say. They're going to come out and say, oh, bah, humbug. I saw the Fox News guys writing down furiously. So, oh, yeah, it'll never work. It'll never work. That's what they always say, because they want you to make the wrong decision. They want you to keep putting the people in charge that have brought you this system to begin with. Don't let them do it. And that's what Barack Obama said today. Now, look, does every politician overpromise a little bit? Of course. And I've seen him do it over and over again. But I'll tell you what, I would much rather have someone like Obama at least try, rather than have John McCain, who definitely will not try for you. He's not going to go to bat for you. And he's going to do what the whole Republican Party and infrastructure is built to do, which is to maintain the system that currently is not working, that's grinding down all these people. And Barack Obama said, look, they want to give tax cuts to the top 5% and don't want to give a tax cut to 100 million people. Think about that, 100 million people. And he's going to. Then he went, honestly, I thought on the foreign policy and some of the other parts of the speech, he was a little too defensive. He laid out, I know what he wanted to do. As a lawyer, he wanted to lay out every line of attack that they're going to give in the next week at the Republican convention and knock it down. And I thought he knocked down most of them effectively. Now, having said that, don't worry about what they're going to say, man. Attack. And he's right on the policy. He was right about Iraq. He was right about Afghanistan. He's right about Iran. To me, it's maddening to hand over the country to these guys who gave us these last 8 years. The chant of 8 is enough was a little goofy, but it's true. It's enough. It's enough. We need to give the future a shot. And that's what happened today here. We saw a battle between Barack Obama, who's promising us a hopeful future, and a John McCain, who next week is going to tell us, hey, just let's go back to the past. Let's go back to the way it used to be, when, of course, a certain kind of people ran the country and not another kind. you watch this, and the whole time I was thinking, America, you got to listen to this. You can't make the same mistake again. Not another 4 years of what we just had. So next week, the Republicans put together their campaign, and we're going to see. They're not going to offer any new ideas. They're not going to offer you any hope for the future. What they're going to offer you is a lot of hate and fear, and be concerned about the opposition, and be concerned about this Barack Obama guy, and they're going to try to scare you into crawling back into their arms again. And like I said, I just hope to God you don't make that mistake. And it's the undecideds in this country that will make that decision, and I hope tonight that they heard a message of hope that they can believe in. And let me tell you one other thing. All of our listeners that sent in money, contributions, donations to send us to this convention, I can't thank you enough. We all can't thank you enough. Yeah, we worked hard and we covered all the speeches and gave you the play-by-play and talked to all the senators and the congressmen, et cetera, et cetera. But just to be able to be here to witness this and to relay it back to you, I know I'm hokey, I know it, but it's an honor. Okay, I said it. And I really, really appreciate it. And we hope we gave you a perspective that you don't normally get from the guys who are now on television, giving you the same analysis that they always give you, and who didn't feel the speech, who just, you know what, let me tell you one last thing about that. All the TV guys never even looked at Obama. The whole time, the way their sets were set, their backs were to him. And only once did I see any of the news guys turn back and say, hey, let me look at this historic moment of this guy actually giving this speech. Don't believe the hype, man. Don't trust them. I was here. I was a witness. We all were here. And it was a great speech. It was a great moment. Give him a chance. Believe in hope and give it a shot. We're the Young Turks, and we thank you for watching.